Hello, and welcome to this roundup of activity in the North America region. In Alaska, DNR received bids for 5 blocks in the Cook Inlet Area-Wide Lease Sale 2025, all from Hillcorp. No bids were received in the Alaska Peninsula Area-Wide Lease Sale. The OEM has published a proposed notice of sale for the 2026 Big Beautiful Cook Inlet 1 lease sale. A 60-day comment period opened on the 10th of November. 9 bids were received in the Beaufort Sea Area-Wide 2025, all from Samuel Cade. Bids for 271 tracts were received in the North Slope Area-Wide 2025 from 9 companies. 7 bids were received in the North Slope Foothills Area-Wide 2025, all from AK Frontier Energy. BOEM is also establishing a new planning area offshore Alaska, the High Arctic. Pantheon has indefinitely suspended the Megrez 1 well following testing, during which no mobile hydrocarbons are encountered. The Dubo 1 well reached TD encountering a 172-metre gross hydrocarbon-bearing column in the SMDB primary target horizon. A lateral sidetrack has been drilled and will be tested. In Alberta, Strathcona will sell its Montney assets for approximately $2.84 billion. Grand Prairie, Ground Birch and Kakwa will be sold to an unnamed buyer, Tourmaline and ARC, respectively. Conflux will acquire Whitebark's Rex Energy subsidiary and the remaining 10% interest in the Wizard Lake assets. Avintiv will acquire New Vista Energy for around $2.7 billion. Cenovus will acquire MEG Energy Corp. A counteroffer had been made by Strathcona, but not accepted. In Newfoundland and Labrador, CNLOER received no bids in his calls for bids NL25 CFB 01 and 02. In Nova Scotia, CNSOER has opened a call for bids on the Central Scotian Shelf and Slope. Bids must be received by 28th of April 2026. Activity in the lower 48 has been dominated by large mergers and acquisitions, including the mergers of SM Energy and Civitas, and CRC and Berry Energy. EOG will acquire Engino Acquisition Partners, Diversified Energy will acquire Canvas Energy, Crescent Energy will acquire Vital Energy, and Viper will acquire Sitio Royalties Corp. Chord Energy is acquiring Wollaston Basin assets from XTO Energy, and Stone Ridge will acquire Anadarko Basin assets from ConocoPhillips. BKV has acquired Bedrock Energy Partners Barnett Shale assets. APA will sell its New Mexico Permian assets to Permian Resources. Oxy reports several divestitures of non-core, non-operated Permian assets. Baytex will divest its Eagle Ford assets, and JERA will acquire Williams and GEP Haynesville 2's working interest in the South Mansfield asset. In the Gulf of Mexico, BOEM published a final sale notice for lease sale BBG 1. Around 15,000 blocks are available. Bids must be received by 9th of December. BP is assumed to have finished work at the Atwater Valley 47 Penguin well, and Shell is assumed to have finished work at the Mississippi Canyon 524 Nashville prospect, with no results reported for either. Oxy and Chevron spud the Green Canyon 680 Bandit well in September. The well is expected to TD at over 12,000 meters, making it potentially the deepest drilled in the Gulf of Mexico. Talos's Walker Ridge 107 Daenerys well encountered oil pay in multiple high-quality subsalt Miocene sands. Murphy plans to drill the Mississippi Canyon 385 Cello and Banjo wells in Q4 2025. Beacon has begun production at the Shenandoah field and sanctioned the Shenandoah South project. BP has begun production at the Argos Southwest Extension project and made FIDs for the Tiber Guadalupe project and the Atlantis Major Facility Expansion project. Chevron has begun production at the Ballymore project, and Shell has begun production at the Dover field. Total Energies has acquired a 25% interest in 40 exploration blocks from Chevron. North America is covered with detailed geotechnical analysis by NVentures North America and Gulf of Mexico service, where you can keep track of activity and gain fresh insights into what will be shaping the industry in the region. NVentures also manages the Earthmoves GIS datasets, and all of our products are delivered online with simple, easy-to-use GIS tools. Thank you for listening.